morning, beautiful child of God. It's Jasmine and welcome to my channel, Stay Classy by Jazzy. Excuse the way I look right now. I woke up like literally probably 30-45 minutes ago, so I just threw off my bonnet so I could like say hi to you real quick. But I haven't vlogged my school experience at all this semester, and I really want to at least once. And so today I'm actually collabing with a fellow YouTuber. Her name is Kori. She's from the University of Michigan. And she was like, let's collab. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So I think it'd be fun to kind of see each other's own perspective of going to college during a pandemic, right? I'm gonna document Belmont, she's going to document University of Michigan, and we're answering some of your questions about college and post-grad life sometime in the video, so stay tuned for that. Right now I just did my whole like morning routine, like a short version of it. We had to fill out like a symptom tracker for the pandemic, for the unspoken word, because I think sometimes YouTube will like do something to your video, like I don't know exactly what the correct terminology is if I use the actual words, so I'm not going to avoid it. Basically every morning, essentially every day, but I fill out every morning, I fill out a symptom tracker to make sure that the school's tracking, you know, for those who are on campus, how are you feeling, all that stuff. So after that, I make my bed, eat breakfast. I've been reading the book of Matthew the past week now, week and a half I guess now to this point, so I'm like up to chapter 12. However, I realized that I have something to go to at 10, and I have to still read an article for a class, so I have to cut that short for right now and go back to it later this evening or finish it tomorrow morning. I have to figure out when I can finish it. Essentially today I have two classes. They're together, so it's like a class and a lab. It's a mindfulness class for my psychology minor. But yeah, I'm gonna take you throughout my day, show you what it looks like to be a student on campus right now, and all that good stuff. Sorry for the bad lighting. I just got out of my meeting that I had, and I finished reading my article on time, so thank goodness I'm about to go to class in just a minute. Fun story, not really fun, but my computer charger doesn't work anymore. I found that out yesterday when I thought my computer was charging overnight, and I turned it on and it was about to die in the middle of class. So by the grace of God, I purchased an iPad for myself like in late August, and I was able to use it. So now I'm using my iPad. So this is how I'm taking classes. Luckily, I ordered a new charger off of Amazon. It should be here in the next few days. So hopefully that is the main problem. That's the issue with the laptop. I low-key need a new one. It's been 7 years and I've dropped it a couple times. So I'm just gonna get myself prepared and ready for class. I took notes and everything, but Zoom University.
Yeah. Air to partly cloudy.
It's 12:46 right now, and so it's way past lunchtime for me. I need to eat because I am hungry. I just took a shower after my first class and meeting today, like I already told you. I'm just gonna eat some leftovers from last night's dinner. I just had some chicken bean cheese quesadillas, and then green beans, and then probably something else. But I have another class in about 30 so minutes, so I'm gonna try to eat that food real quick and get some homework done, some more classwork done. That's what life has been looking like as a college student. I'm sure you probably understand. Any waking moment where I can squeeze in work time, I try to do it, like eating while we're doing work. I try to take advantage of it because I'm just tired of going to bed at like midnight, like doing work and stuff. So I'm trying to set healthier boundaries. But yeah, and that's all I have to say. So I am done with classes for today. I now also work tonight. So I work tonight, have staff meeting tonight, I have homework to finish tonight. But right now I'm applying for graduation. How crazy is this? I literally started my channel my second semester of my freshman year. Here I am in my second to last semester of senior year at college. Like those who are like real deal OG have been with me since 2018. You know, you've been here for a long time. I appreciate you. Those who came here along the way in the past 2, almost 3 years, I appreciate you just the same. This is so weird. I thought I would document it. I almost forgot. Right now, I'm putting my graduation date in my phone. I'm trying to find the graduation cap emoji and then change it to my skin color. There's no representation. Found it. Okay. It's been solidified. Graduate next May. Whoa, we did it. I graduated, I didn't graduate. I have signed up for graduation. Hey, welcome to the college Q&A portion of the video. I'm excited to answer some of your questions. Like I said earlier, I am doing a combined collab Q&A with Kori, another college YouTuber from University of Michigan, and we combine our questions. So I'm going to answer some of her questions from her community. I'm going to answer some questions from the classic group community, and we're going to have a lot of fun. All right, the first question is, this person asks, how has COVID-19 impacted your last year of college? And it has been interesting, to say the least. Like everyone else, we're doing classes online, Zoom University, as you can say, and it honestly doesn't feel like I'm actually in class or in school because it's hard to feel like you're in a classroom setting when it's just you in your room and a computer screen. However, the workload is still the same, if not more. And I think it's a little harder to balance class time with leisure time, because usually my leisure time is if I'm not reading a book or doing something creative, I'm creating on my laptop. So all day for multiple hours at a time, I'm on my laptop creating and doing homework, and it's just everything blends together and there's not any strict boundaries. So that part, the work-life balance, has been really hard. And in addition to that, things have changed around school. So of course we gotta wear masks, which I'm totally fine with. We can't go to each other's rooms, no visitation, anything like that. We can't go into any large group gatherings, so that's been kind of difficult as an RA trying to create community on my floor. So that has impacted my job as an RA, and then being able to connect with my friends on the campus and everything, and getting to see people on campus. This is my senior year, so of course I do have some moments where I'm just kind of sad that it's not the way that I thought it was going to be, but however, I am trying to make the best of everything and to enjoy my senior year nonetheless. This is another question from Kori's community. How do you manage school and life? I've been trying to establish boundaries, specifically time boundaries, where I don't do any more homework at a certain point, and whatever homework I don't finish, unless it's like I have to finish by that night, I wake up early the next day and finish it, so that way I can get rest. Sleep is really important, but the kind of student I am more the type who's willing to sacrifice sleep in order to get work done, which is not always the best for my health, right? In terms of like hanging out with friends, really we try to merge the two. So this weekend, my friends and I actually, like two of us, are meeting together and we are doing homework. So we are working on school, but we're also interacting with each other and getting that personal connection time with our friendship. So trying to find ways where you can kind of do both. So giving yourself a break to spend time with friends without doing something, just enjoying their presence and they're enjoying your presence, or maybe watching a Netflix show or reading a book or going outside and walking, reading, anything that's good for you and not you as a student but you as a person. I would say that's kind of what I've been doing to balance work and school. Now in terms of classes, I have my planner. This is my lifeline. I have every single class, assignment, project, paper, due date in here to keep me on track, and so I look at it on a weekly basis and on a daily basis. But the biggest tip I would say there in terms of work and life balance, school and life balance, is to give yourself grace, because at the end of the day, you can set these goals and these tasks for yourself, but you can't and you shouldn't beat yourself up for not getting every single thing done, because you're doing the best that you can in the circumstances that you're in, and the best that we can do is give ourselves grace. Another question is, how do you make Black friends in the PWI? So if you don't know what a PWI stands for, it stands for Predominantly White Institution. And I actually made a whole 2-part series about this. So if you want to check out my perspective and one of my friends' perspectives on that, you can check it out. I'll put it up here or here. Like any friend group, you need to get yourself out there, out of your room, and engaging with people. There's clubs and organizations all around campus where you can meet people. One of the biggest ways to meet friends, if you're specifically trying to connect with those who are like-minded and look like you, is your student organization, your Black student organization or association, whatever the specific name is for. That's how I met a lot of people. That's how I made a lot of Black friends on campus at a PWI, is going to the Black Student Association meetings and events that they're hosting, and just connecting with people and connecting with those in your class, given that there's a little representation, so you can connect with another person in your class. That's my biggest tip for connecting with people. All right, moving on to the classic career questions. Where do you want to live for your job? So, for those who don't know, I go to school in Nashville. That's where Belmont's based, and it's close to home, close to family. So personally, right now, I am willing to stay in Nashville for a couple years just so I can stay close to my family and learn how to be an adult with them there as like a support system. But I'm also open. I'm open to moving to Chicago. It's been a city that I've been interested in for a while. I have some family live in Chicago. One of my sisters live in Chicago still. I went and visited her in spring break, loved the city. I can see myself living there for a couple years in my 20s too. And then Texas. Somewhere in Texas might be really cool too. I've heard that Texas and Tennessee or like Dallas, Texas and Nashville, Tennessee are kind of like sisterly cities. I don't really know in terms of vibe. Another question is, are you getting a grad degree or starting work? Also, what exactly and why? So essentially the question is, am I going to grad school or am I just going straight into the workforce? And originally my plan was to go to grad school. I was originally going to go for speech pathology, which basically was to become a speech therapist or speech pathologist, who wants to work with patients, generally for me, children who have like speech impediments or disorders, swallowing disorders, very cool stuff. However, the passion for that fizzled out, and now I changed my major about almost a year now ago, and I'm a corporate communications major, so I'm still finding my way through the program, figuring out what I want to do outside of that because it's such a broad field. For me personally, I'm planning to go straight into the workforce, get a job, hopefully get some experience behind me, and if there's an area that I really truly enjoy or find fascinated by, and I want to get more information about it, then I'll apply for a grad program that goes along with that interest. So Michaela and Samuela asked me some questions too, but they're basically questions that I answer about like balancing RA with schoolwork and then how my senior year is going. But I just want to give you a shout out saying thank you so much for your questions. I really appreciate it. The last question I'm going to answer for this Q&A is actually a really good question. I think it's a good way to wrap up this video. What would you tell your younger self in college finding purpose outside of degrees? To be honest, all our lives, essentially, we've been in school. We've been working towards assignments and grades. We've kind of been conditioned to find our purpose in our grade, and our purpose is much greater than that. Just to be honest with you, I am still figuring out what is my role outside of being a student, because I've been a student for so long. Like, that's all I ever know. That's all I've ever known. And so that's part of the reason I'm excited for post-grad life, to kind of discover who am I outside of my role as a student. But what I would say is, you yourself as a human being, your physical, emotional, mental, and physical health matters so much more than a grade and a degree. And a grade is not worth sacrificing any of those things. A student sacrifices sleep and our mental well-being and our emotional well-being, and we don't take care of ourselves as much as we should as we are in college, as we are in school. A grade is only one little part of your self, and it's not to define yourself. Do not define yourself by your grades. I have dealt with that all my life, and I still do. I feel like if I get anything lower than an A, then I'm not good enough, and that's not true. What I would say is to know that God calls us, again, a person of faith, that calls us to work with excellence, but also know that we are not tied, like our worth is not tied to our work. So you can get a great degree, but your degree doesn't define you. So you have so much more to offer to the world than your GPA, than your grades, than your degree. So I would say focus more on the skills and the knowledge that you're gaining than the degree that you're going to get. I hope you enjoyed this Q&A. I'm actually going to let future Jasmine in the video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you at the very end. Okay, so it's nice outside. It's actually 82 degrees in Nashville today, so I am going to go outside and work for about an hour and a half or so before I get dinner and get ready for my desk shift and get ready for my staff meeting later this evening. This is the fit. I got this Jesus Fix It shirt because I've never had like Christian merch before, so this is cool. I have a mask to match, but it's dirty right now, so I gotta wash it. And then I just put on some like work pants, just like black work pants, a little papa blue, and then just black shoes, just because, you know, it's an all black affair. So I'm gonna go outside, enjoy some fresh air, and I'll see you when I see you. It's 12:48. I just finished reading a chapter from my abnormal psychology class. I procrastinated a little bit, however, I'm proud of myself because I actually got the chapter done, so I can go to bed knowing that it's all read. I'm in the vlog here, super tired, I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much, Kori, for doing a collab with me. That was a lot of fun. Have a great rest of your weekend, and don't forget to stay classy, which means cherish life and some place to pride yourself. Bye.